All right, so here we go. We talked about your Steelers last week. I want to talk about Baltimore just for a few minutes now. Now I could get up here and complain and be upset, and I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna take a different approach. We're gonna talk about how to fix the situation because if we can complain, you know how we complain about something, but we never put the action in to fix it. And I don't have the resources or the means to fix it, but I'm gonna just give a suggestion. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start in the off season. But we're gonna start right now in the regular season. So, like I said last week, the best thing to do is to tank the season. Just let it go. You got too many holes. Just you got too many glaring holes and stuff. Let's just let it go. Regardless of what how you feel about the referees and all that stuff, just let it go. Nobody move, nobody get hurt type stuff. And really focus on the off season. So the first thing you need to do, you need to open up some cap space. You need to go ahead and let's get Lamar Jackson's contract under control. Right now, he's due about $75 million. Let's go ahead and get that extension so we can make that into guaranteed money and spread that contract over a few years. Let's keep that going. And then you got a few free agents that's getting ready to go. So I'm on the fence about Tyler Linderbaum. On the fence about that one. He's an undersized center, but he's top five. I don't want to see him walking free agency, but at the same time, you gotta let him go. You gotta fix this in the draft at this point. Travis Jones, I'll keep him. Let's extend. Let's give him maybe about a 3-year contract. A prove it deal, so we can see what we got going on. You need to sign. This is where your problem is. Your problem is on your offensive line. You need to go ahead and get that interior offensive line redone. Your right tackle is trash. I'm just gonna put it out there. It ain't that chicken ain't picking. So you need to go ahead and address that part in the draft. Now here's the part that's we go. That's the part. This is the sweet part right here. So need a veteran receiver. I know you got D Hop. Uh, there's somebody that's gonna be a free agent at the end of this year. He got traded from the team that he originally was at. He's on another team. I might need you to kick the tires on that fella. And that fella is by the name of George Pickens. Kick the tires on it. Just see see what he's talking about. Now the consensus is saying that the Cowboys is going to franchise tag George Pickens, and that's going to cost a lot of money. But what I do know is is that my man Jerry Jones he's a shrewd businessman. You saw what he did at the beginning of the season. He let his best pass rusher walk in free agency. Not free agency, but he traded his pass rusher to the Green Bay Packers. And had to turn around and play him a few weeks later. So I would look out for George Pickens. Let's see what he's talking about. So in the draft, this is the year for edge rushers. Out of any other years in the last 5 years, this is the year for an edge rusher. And so your strategy should be your first overall pick. You're going to pick, but if you keep going, if you tank like I say you're going to tank, you're going to get a high teens, early 20s draft position. Go ahead and use that on an edge rusher. And you got two to choose from. Because you already know what I think dude last name is Bain from the Miami Hurricanes. You already know he going to be gone. He going to be gone. He might fall down because the top teams in the draft is going to be looking for other situations. They're going to be looking for offensive line help. They're going to be looking for wide receiver help. And maybe a quarterback. I know the Jets probably going to be looking for their quarterback. So if you cannot get Bain, you got TJ Parker from Clemson. And you got Mateo Ugaduga from Oregon. You got them two to pick from. Just pick one. Okay, so you need a guard. Second round, pick your guard. You can get one from Texas A&M, get the one get Emmanuel Pregnon from Oregon or Majay Reed Adams from Texas A&M. You got your picks. Just do it. Be like Nike. You wear Nike on your jersey. Be like Nike. Just do it. Round 3, Go ahead and get you a possession receiver, and I would take Denzel Boston from Washington or Chris Bell from Louisville. Which brings me to Rashad Bateman. I would try to trade him in the offseason. I would try to start it over. Try to figure it out because I don't see Rashad Bateman being a Raven for long, and that's just me. Um, and round four, let's address the defensive line again. Let's address the defensive line. Caleb Banks from Florida. Hey, you need somebody that's at least 315 pounds that can play 3-4 defensive end and provide rotational run defense. Caleb Banks. And then just fill out some spots with corner and safety in rounds 5 and 6. Best available in the 6th round, of course. And outside cornerback depth. Your late rounds is more your depth pieces. So Avion Terrell from Clemson, hey, scout him, look at him. I'm trying to get y'all the blueprint now. Um, but yeah, that'll be my pretty much way to try to. I'm not gonna say completely fix, but kind of move in the direction of fixing by utilizing free agency and the draft. And I'm done.
So you think that y'all can get all that done?
I know we're not gonna get it done. I'm just saying. I'm giving them. Like I said, this is just a blueprint that I came up with. I already know how we're gonna roll. But the key dividend, the common denominator is that, like I told y'all last week, whoever lost that game, the organization that lost is going to is going to mutually part ways with their head coach. So this would be the time. This would be I feel like you should go into a rebuild. I feel like you should rebuild that team from the inside out, not from the outside in. Start in the trenches. You get the trenches right. That's all you need. The biggest thing is get the trenches right. You get the trenches right, everything else is going to follow. Because if your defensive line is worth their weight in gold, your secondary ain't gonna have to do that much. That's why I say if they do it that way, it's gonna be better. If they keep doing what they doing and just patching stuff up here and there with some spackle, it ain't gonna work. It
I
ain't
mean,
gonna
yeah, I think especially on the defensive side, the Baltimore Ravens um, need some help on the defensive side of the ball for sure. But I also think that the lack of execution on the offensive side is a very notable thing for the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore Ravens last season was one of the best teams in the red zone on their opponent's 20-yard line. This year,
work.
they can't do anything in the red zone.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's either one or two things. I blame the offensive coordinator. I don't think Ty Munkin really knows how to execute the pieces that he has. Having a Derrick Henry,
Mm.
having a Lamar Jackson,
Put a pin note in that one. I'll get on him in a minute.
having Zay Flowers, who I had this conversation before with a fellow. Um, Zay Flowers is a number one receiver.
All day long. Regardless to what the consensus say, and when I say consensus, I'm talking about Raven fans that's so emotional right now. Zay Flowers is who we wanted Hollywood Brown to be.
Zay Flowers is a number one receiver. And what I can't seem to understand is a lack of execution of Zay Flowers, who's a very skillful receiver, has a lot of speed, can catch the ball, got decent route running. Baltimore Ravens do not utilize Zay Flowers as much as I would want him to. Um, and I
That's what I would
just
do.
I don't understand that. Baltimore Ravens really never had elite receiver that they started with. I mean, Anquan Baldwin and all of them, Steve Smith, they came through, but they never had an elite receiver that was drafted by Baltimore and stayed with Baltimore, a franchise receiver I'm talking about. Zay Flowers could potentially be the franchise receiver for the Baltimore Ravens. But what I can't seem to understand about the Baltimore Ravens is that last year, the media helped put a lot of emphasis on the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Ravens rivalry. They talked about it a lot during that last game and going to the playoffs with the Ravens and the Steelers, how bad Lamar Jackson played against the Steelers. And they ran the ball at the Steelers and won the playoff game.
Mm.
What I can't seem to understand is that obviously the proof is in the pudding on how bad the Steelers defense is against the run. And I'm a Steelers fan. And I know
Whoa, 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 whoa! I thought you was a Patriots. Wait a minute now.
I was Patriots for a week or so.
No, don't do that. Don't switch now. But go ahead.
I was very shocked that wasn't the schematics for beating the Pittsburgh Steelers. The second half of the game, now I think the first half he had like 30-something yards or something like that. The Steelers held up well. The Steelers started off real hot during that first half. The second half came and Derrick Henry actually started to do well. I think he still ended up having over 100 yards on the ground.
It was about 94, and Keaton Mitchell had about 60.
I feel like that was the recipe of winning that game. Now I know the call that everybody's talking about with Isaiah Likely touchdown. I know that hurt, but I feel like the Rashad Bateman drop touchdown pass hurt just as bad, if not worse. I mean, he had nobody to.
And the turnover from Aaron Rodgers, that was just egregious by the referees. But we're not gonna talk about that.
But he was down.
You got to survive because they awarded him a catch. They said he threw it to himself. You have to survive the ground. The ball was not in his hands.
But see, both knees were down, his body and the ball was still in his hand. I agree with that. Now, the Isaiah Likely call, I call a spade, and I think that was a touchdown. I really do think that was a touchdown. The NFL needs to fix this catching situation that has been looming for years. This is just not just started this last Sunday. This has been going on for a long time. Hence the Jesse James touchdown, the Dez Bryant touchdown call that was called back.
Calvin Johnson.
I mean, they have made catching the football very complicated. Now, going back to the point that you just emphasized about Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers passed the ball to himself. He had two knees down, and they called it a reception, and they gave him possession of the ball. That's pretty much the same thing that Isaiah Likely had. 2 feet down, the ball extended. Now, they claim that you had to have a third move. I don't understand what third move you need in you in the end zone.
I don't even understand what a football move is because maybe I'm wrong here, but if you got a defender pretty much going after the ball and you're extending the ball so you can get both feet down, wouldn't that be considered a football move?
I mean, I feel like the extension of the ball with the 2 feet down is 3 moves if they want to look at 3 moves. This is the same sport that you can touch the foul line and the ball can go out of bounds and they call it a touchdown. I mean, it's crazy. I'll take it. I would definitely take it.
I would not be happy.
But
because that is going to come back to y'all. I don't know what to tell you. I told the Steelers fan that I know. I said, look, you might have won. Well, you won the battle.
Yeah,
but you ain't lose the war because we took our pound of flesh. And then
I feel like that was a very questionable call. But like I said, the Rashad Bateman drop,
agreed.
That was right in his hand. And that was a touchdown. He had nobody to beat with Joey Porter, who was behind him, at the time. And I felt like that was a touchdown, but he dropped that one as well. And even with the Isaiah Likely touchdown, That would have gave them the lead probably over about 3 points. I think it was 22-27. So that would have gave them the lead by 2. I don't think that would have been the end game of it all,
Oh,
but they
yeah.
should have definitely.
If you take what happened after the fact, that would have been the end of the game. Simply because Pittsburgh could not move the ball no more. I don't think Pittsburgh got over 30
Pittsburgh
yards
9
as a
yards in
team.
the fourth quarter. Yeah, so fourth quarter it was tight in the fourth quarter. Um, but yeah, I mean, it was a lot of calls. And shockingly, I mean, for the Steelers, um, it was called in their favor. I mean, even to the um illegal contact, I think they called on the field goal that turned into a touchdown.
And the
Um,
NFL came back the next day and said, "Oh no, we messed up." That's wow.
so
So that
anyway,
spotted you 4 points.
yeah. So, anyways, Steelers won. Um, yeah. I just I just hate that we don't have anything on paper that gets rid of because Ravens, like I said, Ravens is not the only team that been through this. I'm still upset about the Jesse James touchdown because that was for the number 1 seed against the New England Patriots, a team that I despised at the
What?
time.
Whoa.
At the time, if you're listening to my language,
I'm
and
listening. I'm hearing too.
and so yeah, I couldn't stand the Patriots when Tom Brady was there. I wanted to beat them real, real bad. And I think I made I bet against that game too, against a fellow classmate, um, who gave me a hard time when I get back. But anyways, yeah, they need to get that fixed. NFL need to just make it easy. 2 feet down, it's a catch. Anywhere else, it's a catch. If you look at the Roman Wilson touchdown, I wish we had a video of the Roman Wilson touchdown. I think we was playing. I don't know whether it was Cincinnati or Green Bay. One of those. Aaron Rodgers threw the pass to Roman Wilson, the end zone. Similar thing. 2 feet down, ball extended, let go of the ball before the third step. If I'm not mistaken, it was called a touchdown. So I guess depending on the refs, um, some things are called touchdowns, some things are not. And I'll be fair. I don't I could be up here, be biased, be funny about it. But I'm a type, I ain't gotta cheat you to beat you. And so I just believe in giving teams a first shot. But again, I would definitely take the win. For one, I need to win for 2 reasons. For one, I still like my team. For two, I'm trying to avoid paying a Cowboy fan. So I'll take it. I would gladly take a free win. And we thank God for being God.
Yeah, they thank him because what happens, the Bible says, was done in the dark will show enough come out to the light. And if I'm a diehard Steelers fan, I am not pleased with that win because that game showed some stuff that the teams that we're going to have to play after the fact will use against us
Yeah. I just for Baltimore, I just feel like for one, Lamar Jackson has not been healthy. Whatever he's been battling an
at
injury
all.
for the last few weeks, and he's just have not. He's looked the worst that I feel like he's looked the worst that he ever has, especially during the regular season. Um,
This is the
this
worst he's looked since his rookie year.
yeah, this is bad for Lamar. But I just don't understand how you can have all the pieces that you can have. I mean, except for maybe the offensive line. The offensive line can't block the sun out of his eyes, per Shannon Sharp. But
He went
um,
in on Daniel Falele, though. I got to give it to him now.
but
He went in.
I still don't understand, like, the Derrick Henry thing, you gotta do better at utilizing him. Like the more the game goes on, the better he gets.
Mhm.
And this film is out there. And I don't understand why when the Baltimore Ravens play certain teams, they get away from what works. Like, I don't even
Mhm.
know whether they watch film against these teams. The Pittsburgh Steelers, the Steelers are bad at stopping the run. You have one of the best running backs in the league.
Buffalo broke records.
Buffalo broke records. And what makes it better, Buffalo, now James Cook is nice. Um, James Cook is nice.
James Cook and Josh Allen
Y-
broke records.
Yeah. So in that regard, I don't understand why they get away from that. They want to just get cute, and it's not. And then also Mark Andrews, man, Mark Andrews. I like Mark. Now I'm a fan of Mark Andrews. I like Mark Andrews. Now for the last few years, Mark Andrews really ain't been Mark Andrews. But
I'm on the fence with Mark
way
Andrews.
back, a few years ago, between probably 2018 and 2022, Mark Andrews was that guy. I think one of the best, if not the best, tight end in the NFL at that current time.
No, well, you still had Kelsey and Kittle out there,
Yeah, but what I don't understand about Mark Andrews is he knew on that touchdown pass. Yeah, see, Baltimore Ravens left a few touchdowns out there. One of them was due to a referee. Two of them was due to the players on the field.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was Rashad Bateman who dropped the pass wide open, hit him right in the hands. I don't even know how he dropped that pass. The other one was the Mark Andrews supposedly was trying to catch it. He messed up a touchdown pass because the ball was going to
It was going to
D
D-Hop in the back of the end zone,
Hop.
and Andrews out there playing defense.
You you tightly covered. Why are you even trying to go for it? Especially if you only gonna put one hand up. Why you only put one? So, anyways,
Yeah.
but that's a Baltimore Ravens problem. That they got to fix. There's a lot of things that's gonna have to be fixed, like you already alluded to in the off season. And
The biggest fix is to fire Jonathan Harbaugh and take his people with him.
I don't think y'all will tank this season just because y'all know y'all still in it. Y'all do again. Y'all got a few other. Now y'all got a tough schedule because y'all got to play the Patriots and y'all got to play the Packers.
And then the Bengals on Sunday.
And then y'all got to play the Bengals again. Which I mean,
look out for the Bengals. Let them.
Y'all can't let them do y'all like they did last time.
No, Huntley, you was up. Huntley, it's you. Even if let's say by some miracle the Ravens win out, it's not going to be a good thing because you're done in the first round.
Either gonna have to play Denver or you're gonna have to play.
You gotta have to play the Chargers or some twisted fate. You had to play Buffalo. Buffalo might have to come to your house, but I don't trust them people in my house. Not the way it's looking now. So that's why I said just go ahead and pack it up for the year. Don't let Lamar get hurt because that offensive line is like a bar of soap that's almost gone.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
And that's going to be a detriment. And I don't like to speak ill will, but you don't want your franchise quarterback to suffer another injury that's going to mess him up for next season. So that's why I say just tank it. Don't even put Huntley in there. Put Cooper Rush back in there. Hey, let him finish the season now, Cooper.
Unfortunately, we're not in a business where people tank seasons.
I be doggone.
As you can see,
the Colts did. The Colts did it back in the day.
I was gonna say. Well, they're pretty much tanking the season now. If you ain't heard,
the Jets is doing it right now.
Phillip Rivers.
Oh my God.
May be returning, and they also working out for got to work out for Colin Kaepernick. Now that's gonna be interesting.
I was about to say something real bad, but I don't want to lose the subscribers that we got.
That's due to injuries, but what I still don't understand is why the Commanders still fighting and letting Jaden Daniels go out there and play. Now that's a team that needs to just tank.
Well, according to something that I saw earlier, I don't even think Jaden Daniels is playing this Sunday. That man been hurt all year.
Yeah,
let him be done.
Yeah, yeah. But this ain't the time to tank. This is the time to play what we call upset football.
Oh man.
And I love upset football. If I was a coach, I'd live for this day, especially if I felt like my team wasn't going to go to the playoffs. I'll be out there trying to play upset football, man. And that by any means necessary. You ain't even got to necessarily win. You can take out one of their favorite players.
Instead of doing all that and causing cause
like
adding more insult to injury, man. Just sit down. Just pack it up. Because
look at him and say, "I give you 50,000, Josh Allen."
those are bounty cake type stuff. Hey, you take a might now. I might slide you about 100,000 now.
Don't tell nobody.
If you tell, I don't know nothing.
Take my headset off, turn the microphone off, and tell them. Tell them what it is.
I
But
slide you about 100,000. You hit them right there in that knee, Ted.
man, this is a lot. This NFL season has been wonky. It's
Yeah,
been a lot of unusual football being played this season.
yeah. Look at the Chiefs.
And yeah, the Chiefs is one. The Chiefs, the Eagles is one.
Mm.
The Colts being where they are, even though they're getting injured now late, unfortunately, but just having the record that they have, that was very unusual. The Bears being what they are has been very unusual. The AFC North being in the state that is in has been very unusual. The Patriots returning to their old early 2000 form has been very. I mean, it's been a heck of a season. We still got 4 games left of the regular season. Um, and it's
That's
been
why I
weird.
say. That's why I say.
2025 has
Let's
been one of
take
the
it.
weirdest years of football that I have seen in a long time.
Yes, that's why I say. Just sit down. Cancun on 3, and then just tank it. Let it go. Because you don't, like I say, you don't want to add insult to injury. If I'm the Ravens owner, Steve Bisciotti, I'm making some changes. Because if I go back and think with Harbaugh before 2018, the record was exactly 40-40 with one playoff win. Harbaugh was supposed to have been gone back in 2018, but they kept extending the misery. I feel like John Harbaugh has lost the locker room. Once you lose that locker room, it's hard to get that back. I don't think he lost the locker room per se. I really think like his message has become stale. It's falling on deaf ears now. And then on top of that, like going back to your point about Todd Monken, I don't like the fact that once the running game gets going, you just pull Derrick Henry out. Like Derrick Henry is supposed to get between 25 and 30 carries a game
Period.
because you are a run first team. But just by looking at it and being a fan and listening and watching, and they try to be cute. They want to zig when everybody else is zagging, but the crazy part is you zagging and everybody else zigging.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta say it's time to clean house. That's just me. I'm not gonna be one of the ones. I'm not a hardball apologist. I've never been. It, I, but at the time, it was between him and Jason Garrett. So you take the lesser of the two evils. Because I don't think I'd be able to sit through going through 500 every year. But it's time for Harbaugh. I mean, and granted, if he gets fired or they let him go, they mutually part ways, he'll have another job. Somebody will hire him. I just don't think he's the coach that the Baltimore Ravens need in this climate
I
and with
think
the
everybody
construction of this team.
I think everybody in the AFC North wants to get rid of their coach. You heard Mike T, you hearing the John Harbaugh, Zach Taylor ain't been so great. And Kevin Stefanski
He's on his way out.
definitely should be on the hot seat. I don't understand why they not chanting fire Kevin Stefanski. Um,
Hot seat. That seat is inferno right now.
you know,
Ugh.
obviously, I mean, we've seen how good Shador Sanders really is compared to a Dylan Gabriel. He's did double his numbers with less, pass attempts. He's played outstanding. Um, there's questions there, but I really don't think that has nothing to do with Kevin Stefanski. I think that's the media control. Roger Goodell, maybe. You know,
That's a good point.
yeah, that might be something else going on there. But at the same time, you are the head coach of the football team, so you should put your team in the best situation. But yeah, I think everybody in the AFC North wants a new coach. A lot of coaches like John Harbaugh and Mike T, I think was one of the two longest tenured coaches in the NFL today.
Mm-hmm.
That is still coaching the same team that they've been coaching for so long. So those are definitely two of them, and then the other two and the AFC North is just not doing good. Cincinnati has had multiple failing seasons, and they're not so good starting off the season either. And they have very, very talented players, and when yeah, I just they made that's a whole nother show. Yeah, it's been a weird year.
It's been very wacky.
The Cowboys being where they are and everything like that. It's been weird, you know. I mean, the Cowboys do normally go 12-5 and then lose to a 7th seed, but it's just it's just weird. It's been a weird year. It's been, and the season is almost done, but it's been a heck of a year.
It has. So, in the comments, especially Ravens fans, if you're watching, let me know what y'all think. What we should do? Should we go ahead and just pack it on up? See you next September, or you think we should just stick it out to the end and risk more harm, more injury, more anything? Let me know what y'all think about it. Well, I tell you, it's been a pretty decent show, man. So if you're watching, thank you for watching. Thank you for engaging with this show. To our subscribers, we appreciate y'all. And the people that's not subscribed, if you like our content and like what we're doing, please hit the subscribe button. It'll help us out tremendously, for real. Let's grow this channel together. Let's in the new year, let's strive for 500. Like that's the numbers that we trying to get up here. So y'all can help us out. It ain't no thing, and it's free. Just hit the button, bam, it's right there. It'll help us out. Anything you want to add, bro?
Not at all.
All right, well, we up out of here. This has been the Back Porch Show with your man Fonz. And we out.